Good morning, everybody. It's December 7th. All right. I'm going to leave this on repeat with you guys so you're at least aware of certain things. Vanguard and BlackRock do not have their hedge fund license, their medical license, or etc. So, as far as I'm concerned, I had given documents to the United States government for indictments to send all of his stuff to the paperwork. All of this stuff is sent to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. They have my hedge fund license. They have several things that belong to me. So I'm going to say this one time. The governor of New York and etc. You are going to make an emergency meeting. I'm saying this nicely, in front of the State Department, which is Department of Defense, Department of Justice, and etc. You're going to have a meeting, a committee, and I'm going in front of Congress and Senate, and you're going to need to justify the books with the budget. That includes property taxes, that includes school taxes, and etc. You guys have paperwork, licenses, and etc. You have created a tyrannical government. The President of the United States, I hope you're listening, President Trump, because I am not playing the games with him either. It is over. If you do any type of event that involves taxpayer income, I'm indicting you. As far as Alan Dershowitz and those people that handled some of my cases to begin with, as far as Rocco Muraturi and etc., they cannot do any events whatsoever because they have my money. There are millions and billions of dollars that belong to me. I am not paying for them anymore. You do not have a government. The stuff that's in the Vatican, the stuff that's in the United Kingdom, those monies or salaries that belong in gold are mine. They're not yours no more. So I'm saying this in the nicest way possible. We're in the book of Revelations right now. And you want to play God. You're not playing God anymore. So if you do any type of event, I'm indicting. You're showing up to New York. I'm going to the United Nations and etc. You better show up. I don't want to hear these excuses anymore. I had enough of this behavior. You're playing games with people's lives, and I'm not in the mood. The FBI director that's coming in should understand this plain and simple. They don't have their license anymore. It belongs to me as well as the border as well, because you're screwing around. And you're going to pull the same shenanigans with the President of the United States. I am not attacking Trump in any way. I am not in the mood because you're going to do the same nonsense. And I'm not in the mood with your Illuminati. I'm not in the mood with your St. Rose organization. You're pissing me off. You have a medical license that belongs to me, and I am not in the mood. And you're pulling the same shenanigans you did with John George Trump, Arthur, and William Gardner. You're pulling the same thing, and I'm not in the mood. I gave you those documents, those affidavits and etc. I'm going to take you to court. And you're getting indicted. You're going to go right in front of a judge, and you're going to need to start explaining why in the heck you're allowed to be freaking on the ground to begin with. And what does that mean? That means why, medically speaking, you should be out of job. As far as I'm concerned, as far as workers' comp or Social Security, you don't meet the standards. You're an endangerment to society. And I can prove that in court. Not only that, but tax court as well. And I'm going to do indictments and not only lawsuits as well for the United States taxpayers. I'm also doing that for the military and etc. I'm not putting up with this nonsense. You're not going to pass an audit. So I'm saying this nicely. You're not paying anybody until I see the journal entries and etc. I do not want to hear this nonsense again. You don't have the authority to run the country anymore. You're running a ridiculous thing. The President of the United States does not have a budget. This is ridiculous. So if you do anything from this day forward, you're going to cause another version of a pandemic, but it's not going to be yours. It's going to be the guys upstairs, which is Yahweh Shaddai. He is not tolerating this. It is over. You will be cursed. You're going to create another event like Moses, and I'm not in the mood. Most Jews and most Christians or most people in the past, they understand this. And they're going to tell you nicely, get to New York. Stop playing around with this kid. He's not a freaking child. I'm not in the mood. You show up. And you got to start explaining to judges why you're allowed to have a job. You're a criminal. You go to prison. This is how the Justice Department works. I'm not repeating this again.